But first, the new technology that could drastically cut pollution in cars and trucks across the developing world.
For cities in the West, the air looks cleaner now thanks to tougher environmental regulations. Old vehicles belching out sooty fumes are a thing of the past. Car engines use cleaner fuel and pollute less. But looks are deceiving. The air appears cleaner and smells better, but extensive research shows that microscopic or nanoparticles, mainly from diesel vehicles, still kills. In the US alone, this type of air pollution contributes to over 1,000 deaths per year.
All the vehicles which we have today on the roads are emitting large number of ultrafine particles which you cannot see. So you believe the exhaust is clean since it's not smoking anymore. But these are the dangerous particles, the fine particles, which enter the lungs and create all these health effects.
While vehicle ownership is soaring in emerging economies, in the West vehicles are getting bigger. This is reducing the effectiveness of stricter regulation. It's also impacting global health.
In Europe, where the level of emissions is much lower than in India or China, there are 350,000 people per year who died 1 year in advance because of air pollution.
Just spending a day in Rome, you quickly realise air pollution is not an issue confined to emerging economies. In Europe, road traffic is still responsible for 70% of total emissions. That's why the Italian capital hosted a conference, the aim to find new ways to combat air pollution.
We all are aware of the times of financial crisis that our industry and in general our economy is going through, how to transform the need to face the emissions challenge into a growth opportunity for all of us.
One solution is to fit heavy-duty diesel vehicles with filters. That's because ageing trucks and buses are heavily blamed for emitting fine polluting particles into the atmosphere. New vehicles already have filters, but it's the majority that don't that have people worried. Retrofitting is the main solution. In London, one of the most polluted cities in Europe, new legislation means that 60,000 trucks have now been retrofitted.
Because heavy-duty vehicles are designed to last such a long time, there isn't time for them to wait for them to die out, because they'll keep contributing to high emissions.
The latest porous ceramic technology used in these filters can now remove almost all the airborne pollution.
The most dangerous particles are the nanoparticles, below 1 micron, and of these 99.8% are taken out due to some special catalyst and electronics device. The carbon is automatically burned, and so the filter comes back and becomes again clean.
A fact not lost on a team from the Chinese government. Traffic here has mushroomed due to double-digit economic growth, clogging up cities with deadly air pollution.
There are a lot of old diesel vehicles in China. The emission level is really high. We are going to retrofit some of those high-level emitters.
One of the leading retrofitters of particle emission truck filters is Pirelli Eco Technology, a subsidiary of the world-famous tyre group. It's now specialising in green technology as well as combating air pollution. Part of this process involves opening a factory in Yangzhou, Shandong province, to tackle China's toxic vehicles.
China is very polluted. China has a very big problems. It's like Europe of the year 50s. The speed of the cars are very low. City like Beijing, the medium speed is around 11-12 km an hour, which makes even worse of the situation.
Yet filters cost between $3,500 and $7,000 to install. It sounds like a lot, but the health benefits may outweigh the expense.
When you inhale particles...
We have so many studies now showing that air pollution is harmful to health. And it's especially the fine particles and the ultrafine particles, and there is no other way but filters which can reduce this pollutant.
Another multi-billion-dollar market is India. Its growing obsession with vehicles has seen air pollution skyrocket. According to India's Central Pollution Control Board, New Delhi's air quality reaches an unacceptable level more than 90% of the time.
Everyone can be doing lots more, but if you look at Asia, there is a very low environmental standard, very low efficiency standard. The best practice would reduce emissions significantly.
In addition to China with its market of 1.3 billion people, India also represents serious potential for anti-emission technologies, an opportunity European companies are looking to exploit.
India is a very, very important country for our future development on the theatre, because there are several million of truck and buses, very, very old, and that's the reason why I think that's one of the most important countries for us.
But when it comes to cleaning up its act, India has a lot of other issues. Adulteration of fuel, poor maintenance and no norms for when a vehicle expires, while businesses find that legislation is poorly enforced.
Everyone in the West understands a little piece of India. The question is, do you understand the whole mosaic? And it's difficult, it's complex. I dare say sometimes I feel I don't understand the whole mosaic.
Complex perhaps, but India and China's pollution risk is likely to produce new levels of environmental regulation and new business opportunities in green tech.